This message is for you. Let me ask you something. If you continue living exactly the way you're living today, where will you be 1 year from now? Think about that seriously. Not where you hope to be. Not where you wish to be. Where will you actually be if your habits, decisions, and priorities stay the same? Because your future isn't created by what you wish for. It's created by what you repeatedly do. A lot of people want a better life. They want more money, more freedom, more confidence, more opportunities. But wanting something and building something are two completely different things. You can want success every day and still remain in the same place if your actions never change. That's why today's message is simple. Your future depends on what you do today, not tomorrow, not next month, not when you finally feel motivated. Today. The decisions you make today may look small, but small decisions repeated over time can completely change the direction of your life. So don't think about becoming successful overnight. Think about becoming the person who is willing to work for the future they want. Stop saying, "I'll do it tomorrow." One of the most expensive words in life is tomorrow. You say, "I'll start tomorrow. I'll study tomorrow. I'll work on myself tomorrow. I'll save money tomorrow. I'll become disciplined tomorrow." And tomorrow keeps moving. Weeks become months. Months become years. Then one day you look back and realize you spent so much time waiting to begin. The problem isn't always that people don't know what to do. Sometimes they know exactly what they need to do. They just keep delaying it. And procrastination feels comfortable because it gives you temporary relief. You don't have to face the difficult task. You don't have to risk failing. You can simply tell yourself, "I'll do it later." But later can eventually become your life. That's why you need to learn to take action before you feel completely ready. If you want to learn a skill, start today. If you want to create something, create today. If you want to improve your English, practice today. If you want to become better with money, start learning today. If you want to build something, take the first step today. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to begin. Because once you start, you have something to improve. You can learn from mistakes. You can make adjustments. You can become better. But if you never start, nothing can change. So stop asking, "When should I start?" Ask, "What can I do today?" Then do it. Build discipline before you need it. A lot of people think discipline means forcing yourself to work constantly. It doesn't. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. There will be days when you feel motivated. Use them. But there will also be days when you're tired, distracted, bored, or unsure whether your effort is worth it. Those are the days when discipline matters most. Because if your progress depends completely on your mood, your progress will always be inconsistent. Imagine someone who wants to develop a skill. They practice when they feel inspired. One day they practice for hours. Then they disappear for a week. Then motivation comes back. Then they stop again. That isn't consistency. A better approach is to create something sustainable. Maybe you practice for 30 minutes every day. Maybe you read a few pages. Maybe you spend some time developing your skill. Maybe you create one piece of content. The amount isn't always the most important thing. Consistency is. Because consistency creates momentum, and momentum makes it easier to continue. There's another reason discipline matters. Every time you do what you promised yourself you would do, you build trust with yourself. Think about that. If you constantly tell yourself, "I'll do it tomorrow," and then you don't, eventually you stop believing yourself. But when you start keeping small promises, something changes. You begin to think, "I said I would do it, and I did." That's where real confidence can begin. Not through empty words, through evidence. So don't try to become extremely disciplined overnight. Start with small commitments. Make them realistic. Then keep them. Because every small promise you keep today is helping you become someone who can trust himself tomorrow. Invest in yourself before you invest in appearances. If you're serious about building a better future, one of the smartest investments you can make is yourself. And I'm not talking about buying things just to look successful. I'm talking about developing your mind. Learn, read, practice, improve your communication, develop useful skills, understand money, learn how businesses work, learn how to solve problems, because skills can create opportunities. Maybe you don't have much money right now, but you can still learn. Maybe you don't have connections, but you can still develop your abilities. Maybe you don't have an audience, but you can still create. Maybe you don't have experience, but you can gain experience through practice. And remember, information alone isn't enough. You have to apply what you learn. If you want to become a better speaker, speak. If you want to become a better writer, write. If you want to become a better editor, edit. If you want to understand business, study it and practice solving real problems. Action turns knowledge into experience, and experience makes knowledge more valuable. So every day, ask yourself, what am I learning today that can make me more valuable tomorrow? That question can completely change how you spend your time. Instead of always asking, what can entertain me? Start asking, what can improve me? That is a powerful shift. Stop comparing your beginning to someone else's results. Social media can make you feel like everyone else is ahead. You see someone with millions of followers. Someone has a successful company. Someone is traveling. Someone has expensive things. Someone looks confident. And suddenly you think, why don't I have that? But you're forgetting something. You're seeing the result. You're not seeing the entire process. You don't see every failed attempt. You don't see every difficult day. You don't see every mistake. You don't see how long they've been working. So don't use someone else's visible success as proof that you're failing. Instead, compare yourself with your previous self. Ask, do I know more than I did last year? Am I more disciplined? Have I developed new skills? Do I make better decisions? Am I taking my future more seriously? If the answer is yes, you're making progress. And progress doesn't always look impressive. Sometimes progress is sitting alone and studying. Sometimes it's saying no to a distraction. Sometimes it's trying again after failing. Sometimes it's simply making a better decision than you made yesterday. Those things might not get likes. They might not get applause, but they matter. So stop trying to live someone else's life. Build yours. Your journey doesn't need to look like anybody else's. Learn to keep going when results are slow. This might be one of the most important lessons you ever learn. Results take time. You can work hard and still not see immediate results. You can create content and receive very few views. You can study and still feel like you don't understand enough. You can practice a skill and still feel like you're not good at it. You can work toward a goal and still feel far away from it. That doesn't automatically mean you're failing. Sometimes you're simply in the part of the process where the results haven't caught up with the effort yet. Think about learning something difficult. At first, you make mistakes constantly. Then slowly, you improve. Eventually, things that once felt difficult become normal. That's growth. But if you quit during the difficult stage, you never reach the stage where things become easier. So don't ask, why isn't everything happening yet? Ask, what can I improve while I'm waiting? If your video doesn't perform well, study the next one. If you make a mistake, learn from it. If your strategy isn't working, change the strategy. Persistence doesn't mean doing the exact same thing forever. It means staying committed to the goal while being willing to improve your approach. Keep the vision, adjust the method, keep learning, keep moving. Take your future seriously. At some point, you have to stop treating your future like a distant idea. Your future is being built right now. The way you spend your time matters. The people you listen to matter. The habits you repeat matter. The skills you develop matter. The decisions you make with your money matter. The way you respond to failure matters. And the things you do when nobody is watching matter. You don't have to be perfect, but you should be intentional. Ask yourself, what kind of person am I becoming? Not just, what do I want to have? Who do you want to become? Someone disciplined, someone reliable, someone knowledgeable, someone financially responsible, someone who keeps their word, someone who can solve problems. Then start behaving like that person today. Not perfectly, consistently. Every time you study, you reinforce the identity of someone who learns. Every time you practice, you reinforce the identity of someone who improves. Every time you keep a commitment, you reinforce the identity of someone who can be trusted. That's how transformation happens, one decision at a time. Don't waste today. So let me leave you with this. You don't know exactly what opportunities you'll have in the future. You don't know exactly where life will take you. You don't know what challenges you'll face. But you do have today. And today is valuable. Don't waste it waiting for your life to magically become different. Don't waste it comparing your journey. Don't waste it trying to impress people. Use today. Learn something. Practice something. Create something. Improve something. Take care of something important. Make one decision that your future self will appreciate. Then do it again tomorrow. You don't need to change everything overnight. You just need to stop staying still, because your future isn't built in one giant moment. It's built through ordinary days, ordinary mornings, ordinary decisions, ordinary efforts, repeated over and over again. And eventually, those ordinary actions can create extraordinary changes. So if you're starting from zero, start. If you're behind, keep moving. If you're afraid, take one small step. If you failed, learn. If you're tired, rest, then continue. But don't give up on your future just because your present isn't what you want yet. Your current chapter isn't the entire story. Keep writing, keep building, keep learning. And remember, the person you become tomorrow is being shaped by what you do today. So make today count. If this message helped you, subscribe to the channel. Here we're building a community around mindset, discipline, money, growth, and becoming better every day. And remember, don't wait for your life to change. Start changing the way you live. I'll see you in the next video.